Good evening, sports fans! Crobat for one of the token minorities here today with GBA D-League Season 4, Week 8. This week we've got Regulator of the Los Angeles Clefable. So this is Revenge Tour after NPL being defeated in the final week of the NPL. We're out for blood. We're out for revenge. We've got this. I feel very confident with this match. Alrighty, so let's list off his team real quick and talk about some threats. So he's got Tapu Koko, which can be a Z-move user. He's got Greninja. He's got Mega Scizor. He's got Gliscor. He's got Goodra, Seismitoad, the Mienshao, Yanmega, Musharno, which actually took me a moment to remember how to pronounce that. That could be a Z-move user. He's got, and I don't even know if I should even try to pronounce this thing's name because for the life of me, I don't know how to. I want to say Quaidillion. Just like, you know what? Please laugh at me in the comments. Thank you. Heatran is his final mod. Okay, so I am never going to say that mod's name again because I think I butchered that. Even worse than Golispod is called it. It's actually Golisopod. Thank you, Tom. I remember him saying that. Anyway, so, geez, more Mon pronunciation-itis. Okay, so he's got big threats. Tapu Koko is definitely on the table. It's always a big threat. He's got the very fast Greninja and the priority from Mega Scizor. Goodra can be very versatile, and just Heatran in general. And it just can be difficult if I don't have the right moves. Overall, though, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think I have a very solid way to break his team this week. I really think I do. And I was kind of going against the wind with this one. I think some of my front office guys were not loving this idea originally, but I convinced them to love it when I used it in a couple of mocks. And I do want to thank Kaz for helping out with team building this week, even though he was initially opposed to this idea. It's alright. We put out a great product together. Let's jump into the first mon in just a moment. I just want to preface it by saying this. This is Trick Room this week. We are doing Trick Room, baby. We finally brought it. So let's do the first mon, and it is Mesprit. So Mesprit this week has got the Tonga Berry, Levitate, Stealth Rock, Trick Room, U-Turn, and Hidden Power Fire. It speaks for itself. It's going to be max physically defensive for, to take things like Scizor, take hits from, say, Gliscor, to take hits from Mienshao, just stuff like that. So, Trick Room obviously sits at the Trick Room. Rocks are rocks. HP Fire is for the Mega Scizor, so that way we can take a hit with Tonga Berry. Maybe even a U-turn, just HP Fire, outspeed it, you know what I mean? So we might not actually outspeed it. Depends on what set he runs, I guess. The expectation is we would outspeed it in a Trick Room, I should say. But the idea is to set up a Trick Room, so that way Alolan Marowak and Drampa, Sub-Boilers, yeah, you're going to see them, will sweep. So, let's move to the next mon. We've got Mega Gallade in quite a different role than usual, to say the absolute least. So Gallade this week, it's got Trick Room, Drain Punch, Leaf Blade, and Ice Punch with justified ability when it's Mega, of course, and Galladite. So it's got some bulk across the board. Just it's sprinkled in there quite a bit. So we wanted to give it a lot of HP, so that way it can take special and physical attacks. We wanted it to outspeed Gliscor without the Trick Room up. So that's, I believe, what we outsped here. And I could be wrong, though. I'm just trying to... It's been a few weeks since I've seen this team. We actually had a bye week. So the exact EVs are kind of fuzzy to me. And unfortunately, I didn't write down any notes. But I believe that was what it was, if I recall. But the main idea here is that we just want to set up Trick Room. We want a fast Trick Room user and a slower Trick Room user. So this would be great against Heatran, for example. We could threaten it out. Maybe go for a Drain Punch or just go for a Trick Room on a switch. If he switches into Musharna, we are as good as gold because we could Trick Room on it and then get the freest switch into Alolan Marowak, which is coming next. Surprise! It's really not a surprise on a Trick Room team. So that's going to be my goal with this mod. And if I happen to get a KO on Seismitoad with Leaf Blade, if I happen to get a KO with Gliscor with Ice Punch, that would just be completely and utterly fantastic. But it just offers great team support and pretty good bulk to take attacks from quite a few threats on the team. Alright, so let's jump into that next mon, and guess what mon it is? Surprise! It's Alolan Marowak, which is going to be vital this week since it hits like 5,000 fire trucks are just ramming into, I don't even know, a wheel of cheese. Sure, I'm thinking of the most random things. It's late at night, guys. So Alolan Marowak's got the Thick Club, a Lightning Rod. It's got Flare Blitz, Shadow Bone, Boomerang, and Swords Dance. Max HP for just max mixed bulk. Best way to deal with the Tapu Koko. Shadow Bone hits just about everything neutrally, if not super effectively. Boomerangs for Heatran primarily. And we've got Swords Dance in case maybe we can set up on, say, the Gliscor. That's a possibility. Yeah, he's got Earthquake, but if a Trick Room is up and we expect him to protect or something, imagine we got a Swords Dance up on it. How cool would that be? That has actually worked in a couple of the mocks, so we'll see if maybe we can pull that out. But even if we don't get Swords Dances up, this thing still, like for example, max physically defensive Musharna, free KO with Shadow Bone, and he can't switch into anything on his team. So basically this thing can go ham if it is under the right conditions. Well, let's go to the next mon for the week, and that is going to be Drampa the Goat! Drampa the Goat! Here he is, making his appearance again. I love this mon. So, Drampa this week is going to be packing the Dragonium Z, Berserk ability, Roost, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, and Hidden Power Ground. So it's pretty similar to Alolan Marowak in that it's going to be special, have good bulk on the special and physical side with max HP. It's going to be max special attack, just to hit as hard as possible. I really like the prospect of Z Draco Meteor because it OHKOs pretty much everything on his team bar the Tapu Koko. I mean, and I guess you could say the Scizor as well. I'm just looking at that list and I'm pretty sure there is nothing that can very easily be spared from a Z Draco Meteor. And then, if the Trick Room's still up, we could follow up with a Draco Meteor right after, or say a Flamethrower for the Mega Scizor, or even a Hidden Power Ground for the Koko. I mean, Koko can't KO it with a Dazzling Gleam by any means, and so that's going to really help us. And then at that point we get a Berserk boost up if he tries to do that. So if we outspeed, that would just be insane. Jeez, I'd love for Drampa to be able to set something like that up, and I'd love to be able to use the Dragonium Z, the Devastating Drake, I believe is what it is. That would be the best. I bet no one expected me to use my Z Drampa. Please let me know in the comments, other than making fun of me for my inability to pronounce Pokemon names, did you expect me to use Z Drampa this season? Well, it's here today. I think it could be very effective. I would love to harvest Berserk boosts and possibly get a few nice KOs with these excellent coverage moves, because between Z Draco and just Draco Meteor, it really has amazing breaking power in his team. So our next mon for the week is Silvally Water. Alright, Silvally Water is a repeat, I know, boring, but we needed it. Parting Shot, Defog, Surf, and Grass Pledge. Basically, just my Heatran answer, my really good Heatran answer. Also does pretty well against Gliscor. Grass Pledge also helps against the Seismitoad, so it's kind of my anti-lead, basically. So if he leads with Rock Heatran or Rock Seismitoad, I can counter or check either, with a bunch of special attack, of course. But we want some special defense, so we dealt with Heatran best. Alright, next mon for the week is Tornadus Therian. So this is actually our final mon for the week. Let's discuss. So we've got Assault Vest with Regenerator ability, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, U-Turn, and Focus Blast. And ha! Tom can't get me this week because I'm not running Hurricane! Ha! I'll probably still miss a Focus Blast or something knowing my luck. But anyway, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward, I think. Heat Wave is for the Mega Scizor, which is nice. Hidden Power Ice is for the Gliscor. U-Turn is just excellent to have. Focus Blast is for the Heatran. I mean, it hits most of the things that are relevant effectively, and anything that's not would just U-turn out into something like, say, an Alolan Marowak, or into a Mesprit, or into a Glade. We've got a lot of options there. Then that gets us the ability to set up a Trick Room, and then we could go into Alolan Marowak. So the ability to have this thing U-turning is actually really cool, and I'd love for that to work. I'd love to set that up during the game. I just really like this build this week. I feel very confident. If I can get Trick Room up, I could really imagine Alolan Marowak getting 2, 3, 4, 5 KOs this week, or even 6 KOs, or Drampa even. I could easily see Drampa getting 2 or 3 KOs possibly. Like Alolan Marowak, I could see easily getting 3 or more KOs. Just amazing. I think this could be a fun week. I think it's going to be a good one. I look forward to seeing you guys on SportsCenter tomorrow, where I actually did a live comm of the game, and I think my reactions are priceless. Peace. See you later. Also, before we conclude the video, I just want to point out real quick that I dropped Jolteon and Tangrowth for Zeraora and Amoonguss. I'm really excited to start using Zeraora. This week I did not use it, but in the future I will, of course, and I didn't get to make a dedicated video about this week because I was so busy, but just wanted to make that quick announcement. I know it was in the video, listed in picture form, but I forgot to mention it in the beginning. So, anyway, peace.